Hey, I'm Dan, 37, gay, married, and welcome back to my channel. And in this series, we are going back to the source material of my favorite show, Heated Rivalry. If you've been keeping up with this sort of sub-series on my channel, you will know that we have gotten through episodes 1 and 2, and I gave my full kind of deep dive reaction to Game Changer, which inspires episode 3, focused on our boys Scott and Kip. For all of the details, go watch that video, but I will say episode 3 was not necessarily my favorite when the show first came out. I'm glad that they put it in there. It broke it up. It also gave us the arc to then have what we're going to see in episode 5. But reading the book, I so much more understood Scott. I felt a lot more of kind of what Kip was thinking and feeling and the money things and all that. And really enjoyed it. I I wasn't so sure I was going to, but I did. And actually, the experience of reading this whole book about them has kind of inspired me to order the other 3 books in the series before the long game, because I'm going to try my hardest to not read it before season 2 comes out. We've got quite some time, but as a show first person, it just feels right, so I'm going to do my best. But all that aside, why don't we go ahead and dive into episode 3, Hunter.
I can't imagine he's amazing in the room right now.
And he's already been announced as Team USA captain at the Olympics in Russia.
Oh, Scott. When I watched the show, never thought more about it's straw plus berry and not strawberry. What a weird name. But a little context that the book has that the show did not. And actually, I don't think he... One second. Yeah. In the book, I guess Kip's feeling a little bit of pain because he was out partying the night before with some college friends. And we get a little bit of intel from the book of like starting to set up this theme of like everyone else in his life is like doing big things and blah, blah, blah. And he's just here trying to, work and make ends meet. But a little sleepy, and we get a... I called this out in the last rewatch, but also it just makes me laugh that they're like, he's blonde and gorgeous and in blue eyes, and we've got, tall, dark, and handsome here. Yeah, we also don't get this kind of sarcasm from Kip that, like, they're all just fine or whatever. Also, huge fan. Francois is now the face of Under Armour, just did a huge campaign with them. But in the book, he's in sweatpants and a jacket, and I think Jacob probably just wanted to sex it up a little bit. So we've got the skin tight shirt. That's where the banana component came from.
It wouldn't be the first time somebody's...
Yeah, that actually sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Blueberry with banana. I take that if it's okay to order off menu.
Very watery.
Was that Scott Hunter? Was that what? Scott Hunter, the hockey player.
But yeah, in the book, Maria was in the back or something and missed seeing him.
And this is what we're watching. We barely get to see you because you're always working, but at least when we do, we get to watch. What is this?
Thank you, Kyle.
Oh, that's Sean. They portray him as Mr. Rico Suave in the book.
Thank you, huh?
That's another... I mean, they have to condense so much of the book into one episode. But at this point, when they meet, Kip hasn't even applied for grad school yet. He ends up applying for a job and then ultimately to grad school. So, okay.
Another round. Thank you. Oh my God, okay.
Also in the book, Sean ends up being very mad that he was not told about this.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely not gay, but...
Jesus Christ.
He scored a hat trick last night.
I just want to take a second to thank the members of this channel. You guys are awesome. Your support means a ton and helps me buy all of the equipment that I'm currently filming with. I just want to shout out a few in this video. Fair330210, Richard Jan B8D, Amy Greason 5344, Candace Flox 4838, and Riley Kimberly. Thank you so much for your support. Also in the book, he was supposed to be working alone this time, but Maria's there, of course.
Are you asking me what that means, or are you just telling me something I already know?
I just didn't realize that.
We literally watched the game, Kip.
Oh, and here he is.
Nice to see you again, Kip.
Nice to see you again, Scott. You're Scott Hunter, right?
This is awesome.
I mean, wow, you had a night last night.
Oh, did you watch?
I did, yeah. I don't usually.
Yeah, when something goes right with my game, I try to repeat it, and then I try to perfect it. Okay. So I'd love another smoothie, please.
Anything you'd like different?
Nothing at all.
Okay, you really can't keep doing this.
I really can. See you next game day, I hope.
Dude.
Girl.
Was that?
Yes, it fucking was.
I love Maria.
Sorry I'm late.
No outside for a drink.
Fuck off, Kyle.
And I know the whole smoothie thing.
Also, this whole Elena intro, they're meeting at the bar. I'm sure this was just because of the amount of shot locations that they had to choose from. But she is a big executive in the book, and she's given exec energy. But she's got a nice place in Manhattan that they are meeting at to have this conversation. Fundraiser, baby. A fundraiser that she's putting on.
New York with control.
He's not an idiot.
Scott Hunter is
Jesus.
Right.
When's his next home game? Come on, if you don't know when his next home game is, how are you gonna play in your next shift?
Thank God for Elena. Thank God.
As many as I can.
Saturday. They play at home again on Saturday. Are you working?
Fuck. No.
Fix that.
Chapter 2.
I didn't know if you, it's nice to see you. Blue Moon over Brooklyn, please. Extra banana.
This one's on the house.
Oh, come on.
It's above my pay grade. Management heard you came in. And no, you may not tip me. And yes, I'm using proper grammar to prove to you that I'm being serious.
Okay. We are, and I felt this immediately, but he is definitely starting to use whatever influence he has to not have money be a thing between them, even though they're not a thing yet, by turning down the thing. And I'm sure it has not been approved by corporate or whatever, but already feeling that.
May I drink this here? I've got some emails to answer, so I thought.
Yeah, you totally may. Your routine?
No, I'm not actually that obsessive. Turns out I'm too lazy to be a serial killer. I took a quiz.
Oh, yeah.
To be a spree killer.
What's up?
Jacob and team invented this whole serial killer thing. Yep.
A spree killer.
Someone who kills multiple people at the same time?
But isn't
A serial killer is someone who kills multiple people.
thing? I mean, you all look like hot lumberjacks.
Yep. Oh, Scott looked at him, and Kip could swear the ghost of a smile passed over his lips.
Do you want to come to my game tonight? I have 2 seats. No one's taken them, so. I mean, if you want.
Yeah, I want. Fuck, man, that's crazy. Thank you.
Super happy to do it.
You sure?
I'm sure.
Woohoo!
Better than my company seats. These are really good seats.
Well, yeah, they're his.
You know, weird first date, but I think I'm into this. Well, you're with a girl and he's at.
Shut up, Elena.
Oh, wow.
That wasn't to me. That was.
He just nodded at you.
No, there's no proof of that.
We got a double pass in the show, only one in the book.
The fuck is that supposed to mean? Well, there's something you really don't expect to see, especially after the final whistle.
And I don't think we got that in the book either.
Brutal end to yet another brutal road trip we have. Shane Hall, your enterprise.
And in the show, it seems like he was an only child, or he only had his dad, but Dad of the Year.
No way. Good night. Night, Dad. Love you. Love you back.
Okay, so I think we're in chapter 4 now.
I am so sorry. Save it. I am so sorry.
Oh, but in the book, Scott's able to grab him and save him. Take a deep breath, my dude.
Okay. I know you.
Mexican instead of burger.
Or even a spree killer.
You sure?
Yeah. Who has the time?
But do you have the time to grab a bite with me, like when this thing is over?
Tonight. Yeah. With you. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So in the book, I'm assuming I'm tracking this correctly, instead of waiting in an alley, which Scott is doing in the show, he runs to a bodega and gets like a I Love New York hat and sweatshirt to go incognito. But they actually get out to eat. Doesn't last long. but they actually do make it inside the restaurant.
I mean, I figured you'd have a nice place, but this is insane.
Do you want a full tour now, or?
Another amazing addition by Jacob and team.
You are so beautiful.
I can't believe you're giving it to me.
I'm so into you. So into you. I can't stop thinking about you.
This is a dumb statement, but I think maybe by design. Unlike the dynamic between Ilya and Shane, where they're very explicit about the roles that they're playing. In the book, we've got both things happening, but definitely the first couple interactions, maybe what you would assume the roles are reversed with this couple, which was interesting and also kind of cool that they just left it vague and open and wasn't explicitly clear. Yeah, I was trying to read. In the book, afterwards, Kip just immediately starts getting dressed, and Scott wasn't asleep, and he just asks him if he'll stay instead of the way that it was in the show, which is a little bit more like he's sneaking out while he's sleeping type of a thing.
What are you doing?
I didn't want to wake you. And I just thought since you have your game tomorrow and,
Can you stay? Stay, please.
We also get a little bit of early intel here, which we'll learn later, that his mom died and the scholarship thing and all that. But I swear, and I guess we'll see it, I swear both of his parents died in the show, which I think was probably a good choice, if that is true, to kind of differentiate him from Ilya, because Ilya's mom is such a big component of his character and blah, blah, blah. And instead of being woken up to the sound of blunders, which we see in the show here, he gets woken up to his alarm, but Kip's still in bed, and unfortunately he has to try and rush off to practice.
Absolutely.
And this is where Jacob and team were like, we need to condense a bunch of chapters into the next 5 to 10 minutes and bring all of the like intensity and feelings and blah, 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 blah into a quick monologue.
I should probably go. What if you didn't?
go? Like ever? Fuck, all that serial killer talk was you warning me, wasn't it?
I'm gonna say a bunch of things, okay? And I know I'm too intense, everyone tells me that, but I can't help it. Is it okay? Can I be too intense? Come out. Like, not right now. Too many people depend on me for too much, and it would fuck everything up. But, it's just, I want you so bad. So bad. But I really, really like you. I want you to stay.
After a one-night stand, yes. After all the time we see in the book, no.
Do you say something, though?
I think I'd love to be here when you get back. And I don't think you're too lazy to be a serial killer.
Really?
Yeah, really. Yeah, you're definitely not lazy. With Elena, Dad, I'm staying with Elena. So I don't have to schlep to work. I get to stay.
Staying with Elena. Don't think so. Oh no. Maria's fucking hilarious.
Extra banana.
What am I gonna do without these on my road trip?
I'm pretty sure they have smoothies in other cities.
Not like these, they don't.
Do you really think this is a secret?
What's the secret? Nothing's happening. He's just flirting with me or whatever. He's straight, I think.
Girl.
What's that?
It's an artist I love. He has a new show out.
Oh, cool. I should buy some art. Hey, I'm not just a pretty face either.
No. You're also a very, very hot body.
Okay, so obviously, budgetary-wise, makes sense that they didn't go to the Met, because in the book, that's where Scott takes him. Again, Jacob and team are condensing a whole book into 40 minutes. But I actually liked the way that the book handled this, because it wasn't as pure paranoia as this was. Like, he actually got recognized and whatever. This was just he couldn't handle the thought of potentially being recognized, even though nothing happened. But again, whole book, one episode. A lot of work to do.
We don't have to do this. That's cool. This would look great in the living room.
Yeah, so we're already in chapter 20.
Maybe we should.
Amazing, isn't it?
I'm sorry, he's not feeling well.
No problem.
I'm really
guys are just killing me. I mean, it's brutal.
With more context, we don't really get. So I guess I'll put it this way: when you have to condense multiple chapters into Scott being like, I'm intense, right? He slowly kind of unveils things and is, I think, more gentle with himself in the situation and navigates it better in the book. Same sort of thing here, where you don't really get. I personally, when I watched the show, didn't feel Kip's frustration as much, or his insecurity about the relationship and what they were doing. And I mean, we're already in chapter 21 at this point, and I just quickly looked, and it's like, it would be ridiculous for Kip to say that he felt like a prisoner in Scott's apartment. It wasn't that. It was just that their relationship only existed within the walls of Scott's home. It was the most important thing in Kip's life, and he couldn't carry it beyond the front door, which we get the sense for, right? He can't go outside and do stuff, and they don't even make it into the restaurant in the show, let alone, anywhere significant. But there was a lot more that I think leads up to what we ultimately see Kip, his like breaking point with him. That again, without the context and in watching the show, both that I need to be intense and also I've reached my limit points. It just seemed fairly like out of nowhere somewhat. But the book, I mean, you totally feel the ramp to all of the things that we end up seeing. Okay, so then this is happening in chapter 15. We're all over the place.
I know it's dumb. But I saw them at a bodega and I thought they looked like your smoothie.
I love him so much.
I guess, okay. For some reason, I had never kind of put it together that it was even spoken about Scott being bottoming at any point. So,
What?
Say it out loud.
Say what? Okay, it's not.
I love her.
It's what? Okay. Here's what I know. Shut up. You're in love with him.
I'm not in love with him.
You are.
Don't lie to your bestie. She knows. Okay, so the surprise in the closet. I was so confused in the show of like, why did he get him a tux? Like, it felt more organic based on what we had seen in the show, that it was going to be maybe an art piece or something to like say sorry, but also like if that's his favorite artist, of course he would enjoy that. In the book, we get the whole background on the tux. He's the brand ambassador for Hugo Boss, blah, 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 blah. And there's this power dynamic between spending money on things. And so he ends up just giving Kip one of his old ones to get tailored because Kip refused to accept a new one, which I guess helps a little bit for the context of why the tux, why was that the thing he chose?
No, I'm alive. Miss you too, Dad.
Buddy.
All right, you too, Dad.
I'm not going to keep you. Ugh. Dad of the year.
Stop it.
Stop what? He's here.
You need to chill out. My God.
Can I have some of yours?
You know your parents would be so proud of you.
Yeah, parents. Mom especially, parents. Okay.
Thanks.
Christopher, when he's all dressed up. I'm Elena.
Nice to meet you, Elena. I'm Scott.
Pleasure, Scott.
You look beautiful. You both do.
Looking forward to the after party. That's perfectly.
Thanks. And thanks. I mean, you didn't have to.
I wanted to.
And I'm sorry.
Kind of got that. It's okay. She's
Yeah, I think it was more explicit
right.
Yeah, totally.
that
I just
he knew he told Elena.
I guess I had to tell someone.
And instead of the tension, the awkward tension here,
Elena's a killer.
it was more of, in the book, sexual tension.
I really am.
He's also miserable. Are you miserable too?
No, I'm doing my best. I love him. I just can't do better right now. I've been honest.
I know. And he's so in love with you that he'll put up with it. But it's killing him.
Okay, so in the show, I need to stop saying this. Obviously, they're condensing a bunch of shit into whatever. In the show, after the gala, he comes and picks him up in like a back alley in the same car. In the book, he gives him the code to the door code in the elevator. And instead of the conversation that they're going to have after this, they're just anxious to get all over each other in the book.
He deserves the best. He deserves sunshine.
It's my birthday on Sunday.
Already got the caterer lined up. Surf and turf. Because we're not choosing.
You know the Kingfisher? I told you to watch all your games.
I can't do that. I wish I could. I want to. I want to tell everyone. I want people to know you're mine. That I love you.
I love you too.
Soon, maybe. In a few years. I know how it sounds. But it'll go by quickly. I promise. And then we can be normal with, like other people.
Send your speech tonight.
Also an interesting way to bring the context of a lot of the conversations that they have behind closed doors in the book into that speech so that he can fully understand, this version of him can understand where he's coming from or what he's up against in terms of losing his whole life being hockey and the team and all that.
I'm gonna go home tonight. I need to.
Yikes.
Yeah. Hey, Dad. The prodigal son returned home. Look, I got some mail here for a certain someone, and it's pretty heavy. Oh, boy. Come here. What's up? Oh, hey. I'm sorry. Oh, boy, you got nothing to be sorry for, son.
Another couple very big differences from the book. In the book, Scott acknowledges that he can't go to the Kingfisher, but he tries, he succeeds in taking him out on a lunch date beforehand. At this point, Kip is in grad school, and there's no mention in the book of a full ride, and so there's a discussion about paying for that. And Scott was outside of the bar in the book, but only to pick up the drunky, skunky Kip because Elena called for him to come pick him up. And now we're back in Russia again, and we got our blue socks.
Hey, good dress, man. Welcome game.
Yeah, totally.
Oh yeah, the gold medal. Because Kip finds his gold medal in his underwear drawer. Too much going on to try and map it. It was much easier with Heated Rivalry when you're going literally chapter by chapter through the thing. But really interesting to rewatch that after having read the book. I totally respect the rapid condensation that Jacob and team had to do to bring all of these pages into almost this episode. Obviously, we get a little bit more in 5. I think, honestly, the two biggest things that stand out that were different that the book brought that we didn't get here were the number of, semi-successful attempts that Scott had made to try and be outside with Kip. The Met, a couple diner dates, none of them overly successful, but he early on was trying to demonstrate it felt like he was pushing the boundaries almost immediately of what he was comfortable with, which I thought was good. The power dynamic and almost more so the stubbornness on Kip's end around money and his pride around not accepting anything from Scott was a huge theme between them in the book that you get a taste of in the show. And also that Kip is almost equally insecure, if not more insecure, in the relationship than Scott is. I think in the show, Scott is much more portrayed as the one that's kind of drowning and trying to figure it out and doesn't know what his next steps are. But in the book, Kip is equally questioning himself all the time. And is this real? I haven't talked to him. Does he like me? Has he moved on to something else? Blah, blah, blah. And there are a lot of raw emotional conversations that they have in the book that help me better feel the love between them. And then I guess I don't know where that would fit. I'm assuming it would have been okay. So maybe this would all follow the dinner, or would all follow the birthday. But there's then this obsessive iciness that we get from Scott when it comes to the playoffs and everything that kind of tips everything over the edge. But overall, loved the episode. I needed that. I've said this in many of my things. Like, I needed a fucking palate cleanser after episode 1 and 2 and those boys being all over the place. But if there's any part of you that you watched the show, you thought Scott and Kip were cute, and maybe there was just like, but I don't really understand this or that, I would highly recommend reading the book. I really, really like them as a couple. I really liked the journey that Rachel took them on. They were like solid, like B tier for me from the show's perspective, but I really, 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 I really like them after reading the book. So just some thoughts. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. Up next, we are going to be diving back into the book Heated Rivalry and reading the chapters that line up with episode 4. Here we go. All right. Bye.